Hi, I'm Dan Cheadle, and I am in northern Michigan on this incredibly beautiful lake, and we're enjoying a beautiful weekend. And I want to tell you my story and how my life changed. And I'm not a hardened criminal or anything like that. I'm not a bad person, but I have had my fair share of ups and downs in life. I've homeless for 6 months. I've been through 3 divorces. I've been through 2 bankruptcies. If you're watching this video right now and you feel like life has got you down, trust me, I know what you're going through. I've been through a lot of hard times in my life. But I have to tell you that when I learned about this young man who's a Nazarene, and I really started to commit my life to following his teachings and incorporate him into my life, things changed for me. And as an adult, in my later years in life, I learned a lot more about how to reach inside of me and become more of a humble person. I've also learned how to become more forgiving, which is really tough for me. And really, honestly, to become more accepting, not just of people, but growing up, I had a really tough time. When people would do nice things for me, I had a very tough time accepting it. I wasn't very gracious. But I learned through these teachings and through this ministry how important it is for us to learn how to become gracious. And so I want to tell you a little bit about this young man that changed my life. He was in his early 30s in the Middle East during a period of time about 2,600 years ago that was occupied by the Roman Empire. And the Roman Empire was incredibly oppressive during that period of time. The people that lived in that period of time had very little. Trust me, they had they didn't have a life at all, and they didn't have much hope or anything to look forward to. And this young man came forward with a ministry that started changing people's lives in a different way. He brought them a different kind of food, and he fed these people with this incredible story. And what's neat about the whole thing is that he started with just 12 people that followed him. That turned into hundreds, which eventually turned into thousands of people. And let me tell you that what was cool about his story is that he went through harder times than any of us can ever imagine. The Roman Empire saw him as a threat because he started getting thousands of people to follow him. And the Jewish leaders, the Jewish religious leaders of that time also saw him as a threat. So he had a bad combo coming at him from different directions. At the end of the story, they decided that they need to get rid of this guy because he had too many people following him and he had too much power and control. So they decided to crucify him. And it wasn't just a normal hang him on the cross type deal. They gave this guy, they wanted to make an example out of him. And so they strapped him to a pole and they literally whipped him with chains that shredded his skin right down to the bone. It was a horrific beating. And that didn't kill him, but enough that it would probably kill me and probably kill you, but he lived through it. So then they decided that they're going to put this crown of thorns on his head. Now in the United States here, we have pricker bushes, but they're very little. In the Middle East, they have pricker bushes. The thorns are 2 to 3 inches long, and they jammed this crown of thorns on his head. Can you imagine piercing not only your skin but your skull and these thorns going into his brain, the incredible pain that this must have caused? Well, that wasn't enough. Then they decided to make him carry his cross that he was going to be crucified on a half a mile through winding streets, going up a hill. Every step had to be agonizing. And they got to the top of this hill, and they decided to put these rusty, giant nails into his ankles and into his wrists and hang him up on his cross until he finally died. Well, they wanted to make sure that he was dead. So the Roman Empire said, well, let's pierce the side of him, and if there's blood coming out, he's not dead. If there's water coming out, he's dead. Well, the water came out, so he was dead. He finally died on his cross, a miserable, horrific death. Well, the mayor of that town, his name was Pontius Pilate, said, we want to make sure that his followers don't steal his body, so we're going to put him in a tomb. We're going to put a 4,000-pound boulder in front of this tomb, and we're going to seal it up, and then we're going to even put guards on there to make sure that nobody comes to move that boulder and steal his body. So his dead body laid in his tomb for 3 days, and on Sunday morning, these Roman soldiers woke up and found this tomb open. What was incredible. And of course, you know that their lives are now in danger because they fell down on the job. But what's more important is that this young man came back to life. He resurrected, which is an incredible miracle of any imagination. And for 40 days, he walked this earth, and he met with and had dinner, and he slept, and he socialized with over 500 people that they estimate, who were able to take witness to the fact that he had a brand new body. He still had his scars as a testimony to his resurrection. That young man, his name was Jesus, or Yeshua, of the Nazarene. In English we call him Jesus. And of course that's all written about in the book that we call the Bible. And I encourage you to, for your own good, just research this. Have an open mind to what this young man could do in your life. He is the living Jesus, the Son of God. And when you develop a relationship with him in your personal life, like I have and like millions of people have, you're going to find true happiness. You're going to find the real meaning in life, the real purpose in life, and the real truth behind why we're all here. So I'm going to end it this way, and I'm just going to simply say this, is that if you're happy with your life the way it is, that's fine. But if you're not happy and you're lonely and you're miserable and you're looking for an answer, you're looking for a better way, I encourage you to just check this out. Get a Bible, go to John 3:16 and start there and just read that amazing passage. So I'm going to end it there, and I'm just going to say thanks for watching my video, my testimony, and how my life has changed and millions of people's lives are changing. And just have an open mind about what this could do for your life. Thanks a lot for watching.